What's up, folks? Back for day 77 of this quitting nicotine, quitting sugar journey. Really, it's just more of my prolonged sobriety and staying off of drugs journey. So I have to remember that sugar and nicotine, all those things are secondary. And 77 days free from dumping a bunch of kratom or kratom on my liver and my excretory organs, as well as just eating whatever I wanted. So I'm being more tolerant and forgiving with myself, so much so that I smoked 5 cigarettes today. Because the vape just, yeah, I feel it like in my kidneys, and I just, my inner excretory organs don't like it. And so, not that American Spirit menthols are much better, but trying to live an honest program. And the more I hear shares and I see people like going out, getting suicidal, which is basically what happened to me the last time I went out, I'm like, man, I'm still doing all the other things. So it's like a practice in itself to just be more patient and tolerant with myself. I'm currently going to check if the right description popped up for this video. Oh, shit. Is there a description? All right, there's a freaking description set up. So we're good to go. Luckily, I did the work prior to making this that pays off now. Although the day count is wrong on the description right below, it should say 77 days. It's got the incorrect date. So tomorrow, I'm basically copying and pasting the same description because each day is another attempt to just not smoke. This morning, I began with a yerba stevia based energy drink because I've still been partaking in caffeine as well. Uh, since I heard that coffee was so good for healing the liver and full of polyphenols and all this, that's the addict's mind. I hear one little thing that my disease wants to hear and then run with it. So, like, they told me to have sugar in early recovery, have chocolate. Yeah, great. Well, I ate an entire Dr. Bronner's fair trade organic chocolate bar the day before last and felt like shit about it. So, uh, weight wise, I've been right at 177 in the mornings because I drink 2 gallons of water. That's 16 pounds I could gain within like that. The way I drink water, I've got filtered water in the glass jugs. Can't zoom in like it's my phone, but I use a zero filter, which basically comes out as RO water, and then I sprinkle some pink Himalayan salt in it. I go through 3 of those a day, so it's 20 pounds give or take that my weight could vary. But I have been going to the gym. I've still got the lines where my six pack should be, but I'm basically bodybuilder fat right now because I also heard that walnuts were good for memory and cognition, and so my disease ran with that, and I found myself just eating like handfuls of walnuts, and I'm a sick man. So the important thing is 77 days free from kratom and alcohol, but I also wanted to throw in because I just realized today makes 4 weeks straight of no FAP and cold exposure, plunges in the Atlantic Ocean. And now I find it enjoyable to do a 10-minute swim. People are looking at me like I'm psycho, but really I've come to enjoy it. It's the only time that I can actually get centered besides doing the breath work, which is also linked below. So yes, I have not stopped doing these things every day. It's kind of ironic that I could do these like seemingly difficult things, but I can't put down the freaking peanut butter and handfuls of walnuts and the occasional nicotine fix. Also, this morning I got extremely lightheaded from the first cigarette. Like, came out of county jail 30 days and had to sit down type of like lightheaded. That might have something to do as well with my excretory organs. I'm not hiding anything from this channel. I'm done hiding. I'm done lying. And if this could benefit anyone else and save them from the self torture and misery that I've been through, you know, start early. Don't wait till you're 40 like me, become an old man, and have all these issues going on with your inner organs from the drug abuse, various routes of administration, daily 12 to 20 beers or drinks for as long as I can remember, decades. So to go from actively trying to party myself to death to now being, sorry, checking out my own bicep. So I have been doing squats, push ups, and pull ups. Easiest things in the world. Don't need a gym to necessarily do them. But uh, yeah, that's what's worked for me. And on an intermittent fasting schedule, I haven't eaten in an hour and a half. I'm being mindful, even though tonight, after my last meal at 8:30 p.m., I had two big protein smoothie bowls, two handfuls of walnuts. I just threw them right in the organic peanut butter jar and kind of scooped it out and put it into the smoothie bowl. I've switched to monk fruit drops to try and taper off the sugar, but there's still natural sugars in the fruit I use in the smoothie bowl, in the peanut butter, and I'm a realist. I understand these things. I'm just tapering bit by bit, just like I did with the Kratom. I went from 30 grams a day down to 10, down to 5. Towards the end, I was just taking a half a teaspoon 3 times a day, then twice a day, then once. The first full day of not taking Kratom at all, I just had clonidine, which is blood pressure medication, left over from like treatment, and I took one or two of those while working a server shift to combat the anxiety. And I got to the end of the 8 hour shift, and I was like, I had this great sense of accomplishment. So that's what keeps me going. Is just the fact that I haven't drank or drug for 77 days, and I'm getting better about lying. You know, I I tell the truth. The next step is to stop lying, right? We try to I'm an alcoholic, so me personally, I tend to exaggerate. I need to watch out for that. I also shave numbers off. Like I almost wanted to lie and say I smoked 4 cigarettes today, but no, it was 5. And cringily enough, uh, you know, when was it? Yesterday when I went back on the cigarettes after going all out saying that I was gonna quit. Hypnosis didn't work. Anyways, the way it happened was cringe. I was totally unprepared for my yoga teacher training, and I let the nervousness, anxiety get to me. And so I used that to justify it. So, not a reason to beat oneself up. Celebrate our victories. If we focus on problems, we get more problems. If we focus on solutions, we have expansion and growth. I told myself I was going to sign off here at 10 and protect my circadian rhythm, which I'm forgetting my blue blockers to do. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm listening to Mickey Bush, very hilarious, awesome AA speaker today. I can't get enough of him. May he rest in peace. Uh, so I'll link that below, as well as all the other resources. And I'm going to listen to the Michael Seeley meditation was good, but I'm going to listen to an 8 hour guided sleep hypnosis to quit cigarettes. I did take a suggestion, which is just to keep these things around so I don't have the stress. It's kind of like if you're coming off a dope or kratom or whatever, you have it there. So if your mind is fully set up that you're not going to do it, you at least know that you don't have to scramble if you decide to do it or if something's going to trigger you. You control it rather than it controlling you, making you go to the store or making you feel some type of way because you don't have it. So it's kind of why I'm doing this social experiment with my life by just staying in my own place because I'm stubborn. I'm a stubborn alcoholic. I don't like being told what to do. So if it comes from within, finally justifying and realizing, making that 18-inch journey, right? From living from the neck up, letting my disease control me, because my disease does center between my ears, to switching to internalizing in my heart, in the gut level wrenching honesty that is that I need to make these life changes. And it's a whole lifestyle. Lastly, I will say this: I just paid for 30 days of unlimited yoga at the local Wilmington Yoga Center today. Did my first practice in months. So progress, right? And I have to work at 9:30 in the morning tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to get up early and do my cold plunge first thing in the morning. I'm just gonna keep going forward. No fat benefits. Brain fog has definitely gone away, but I also am ridding my body of the weed. I took another test at day 76, I want to say, and there's still a faint line there in the morning. So, something going on with my internal organs? Most definitely. Am I eating entirely too much fat? Yes, because I heard something about the keto diet and eat all the fat you want, just cut out carbs. So I just lowered the carbs and ate all the fat I want because I'm working out, right? But so my body fat is not as low as I'd like to be, but guess what? My sobriety level is. That's the important thing. It's progress, not perfection. Not claiming to be a saint or a guru over here. Just a very sick man who has to do a lot of practices on a daily if I want to stay alive, because today I choose life and we're either growing or we're dying, at least in my experience. So, didn't have to just upload a TikTok today and be lazy. I actually got on the channel. It is possible. I also met with my sponsor. Since I'm doing a check in, might as well be fully thorough and finish the first step reading in the book. This was 3 weeks running of meeting for over an hour to just read through the basic text of AA. That's how it should be, not rushed, I believe. Because every time I've been rushed through the steps before, I wasn't really fully committed. And Lord willing, maybe it's my spiritual or recovery ego saying this, but the guitar's over there. I don't see any wood. There's sheetrock. Want to be fully committed, right? And I am willing to be willing. And I still pray. I've been hitting my knees every morning and night. Spiritual, not religious, but kneeling to the great spirit of nature or the great spirit of the universe. Call it the universe itself. Higher power that works for you. Not a sky wizard. Had a lot of resentments with the whole being raised, the religious trauma from being raised, I'll just say it, Catholic. And I think that is enough. And I've gone 4 minutes over. No one's told you today, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Keep doing all the things, even if it's 1% better each day. Peace.